Greetings viewers, this is ZagaTech FX. In this tutorial, I'm going to do a little highlight about this indicator, which is a very powerful indicator, and it shows you your TP1, TP2, TP3, and it's very straightforward indicator. There is nothing attached to it, just very straight indicator that shows you a zone, a moving zone, and shows you when to enter and shows you when to take profit 1, take your profit 2, take your profit 3. But before that, let me do a little view of the former indicator I did a video on. So without further ado, let's get started. This indicator I'm talking about, I'll straight talk about it. Now, in my past videos I did earlier, I talked about this indicator. Basically, this indicator I only use it on trading gold. I don't use it on any pairs, so it depends on what you use it for. Basically, for me, I trade gold with this indicator, and I added this Zaga Classic alert here, and I only use it on 1 hour and 4 hours time frame on trading gold. So this is the chart, or this is the indicator I use in trading gold. That's all. I don't add any chart on it. So I've said something about this indicator, the Fibonacci, the trend lines, the zigzag, the arrow entry and exits, and that is the wave movement and so on. So in this indicator, I told you guys we have some invalid signals. When you look at all these things, your mind will tell you that this is a valid entry and exit. So I use this indicator to trade gold specifically for that. So I trade them in 1 hour and 4 hours. That is long time trade. I don't just do scalping with it. So I trade long time trade with this indicator. I have my entry, I have my exit. So when you watch this second indicator channel here, the second blue and down arrow, you see this movement, see this entry. The entry showed here, and I saw this entry here. You entered and took your profit here. It begin to do what? Drop. At it drop to this level, it shows you a sell signal. The sell signal showed itself at the 4-second candlestick, and now dropped down to this point. This is an invalid signal for me because I trade with this chamber here, this indicator chamber here. So this is an invalid signal for me. It went up again, dropped again, and this is another valid signal because I'll be watching this to cross. So when I get this, I know it's a valid signal, and I'll be waiting for this crossover before I enter. So the crossover shows up in the green candlestick, and I zoomed out and I saw this line across like this candlestick. And I saw this line across and entered the trade, and I took my profit when I got this alert here. So I know it's dropping. So that's how to use this indicator, and I think I've talked more of it in my past video. So there's no much word to say on this indicator. So with no further ado, let me show you guys. Let me talk about this indicator I wanted to talk about, and I'll still do more highlights of past indicator and how to use them, what to add and what to remove to use them. Also, that is the indicator I use to trade gold only. So I don't remove this chart on my system because that's exactly what I use. So I enter through this alert, and and secondly, this indicator you see below here does not repent. It shows you signal, wait for it to confirmation and enter. It shows you signal, wait for it to confirmation and enter. With no further ado, this is the indicator I'm talking about, and when watching this indicator, you see it shows you your entry, it shows you your stop loss, it shows you your take profit. Now let's look at this. Let me go back very well and look at this. Now when you watch this indicator, now let me start from here. When you watch this indicator, it's I told you guys there's not much to talk about it. It shows you your TP1, TP2, TP3, and how do you place this. Now if I place trade here, this is a ranging zone. I call this a ranging zone. This brown box, I also call this a ranging zone. I also call this a ranging zone, and so many other things. I also call this a ranging zone. So the only thing you need to do is just for you to, if you enter a trade here, as soon as this thing crosses this red line, it's an entry position. It will send up an alert for you. Then the first blue line here is your TP1. If it crosses again and touches the light blue, TP2, if it crosses again and touches the light TP3, the deep The blue line is TP3. So this small box here, they marketed in different colors, is a TP1, TP2, TP3. And when you check them for scalping, when you check them, you see a short peep, like 15 pips, 16 pips in 1 hour time frame. You check again from here, you see 18 pips in 1 hour time frame, and so on and so forth. So it's very simple. So you can see your stop loss here. So you enter the trade here, you put your stop loss depending on the lot size and the volume of risk management you are using on $100 account or $200 or $1,000 account. Now when you take your profit, you can take your profit manually, or you can adjust your TP in where you want to. You can take profit within the middle of this place, or anyhow you want to do it. If you want to watch it and take your profit, that's the best thing to do, or it's really good for you. So I'm going to do a little review on how this indicator works, and I want to run a video on how this indicator works. It's very, very helpful, and it's very straight for you to use. And it's not, this indicator you see here is not free. I'll say it openly, it's not free, because I got it there. I bought it online, so you can find a way and get it yourself. I think I got it for $197. So if you want to get it from me directly, inbox me with my WhatsApp number, and I will talk about it and know how you can get this indicator. So it shows you your TP1. The same thing is applicable to here. This is the ranging zone. It crosses here, it enters a trade, it touches TP1 and dropped, and crosses GTP1 and reduces to TP2. This is a buy signal, and place your stop loss here. So it has already taken profit before it hits stop loss, and it continue the uptrend here. Continue the uptrend there, crosses here again, hits TP1, come down again, went up again to the top, entered another ranging zone, but it already hits TP2. So if you leave the trade, it will come down again, swing back up again, hit TP1. It has already hit TP1, swing back again, up again, hit TP2, enter another same trade again, hit TP1, hit TP2, and definitely hits TP3 with this spike here. Since applicable here, now started ranging in a ranging zone. Then this stop loss, now watch this, it crosses again, went back again, crossed, hits TP1. This is TP1, and went back again and hit stop loss before it dropped to TP2, TP3, and dropped drastically. And this is I guess this is a news. And when you watch this also, you see the same thing all together. It crosses here. When it crosses the ranging zone, this is the brown line here, and enters just a signal here. Whenever it crosses here, it's going to give you a signal to enter a trade, and it gives you some feet of pips for yourself, for your stop loss. So this is applicable to also hit something here. It drops TP1 up again, swing, comes down again to this point, and doesn't mean that this indicator loses trade. Yes, it does. It loses trade, but you need to watch. You need to add some few things before you start using this indicator. So I know what I added. I know a few things that helps to confirm, yes, this is a good entry. I enter and wait for the trade. And anytime I see it's a downward trend and I see this indicator, I know the trend is a downward trend, and I see this kind of entry, it's all good to enter, because you see all the trade I've shown you under odd chef, USD JPY is a good pairs to trade this. Use this indicator, USD JPY, odd chef, and GBP JPY. All these JPY and chef pairs, Chinese pairs, it's good to use this indicator on them, because when you watch, it's all good to go. So it's very nice indicator that gives you stop loss, TP1, TP2, TP3. Without further ado, let me run a short breakdown of this video on how it works, and the test run of this indicator. So so you can see how the run up goes of this, how the run up indicator goes. So it's kind of good indicator to use. So if you already know how to scalp the market and know how to use this indicator in a downward trend and an upward trend, because you see this indicator shows downward and upward trend. Watch it before you enter, and it shows the same cell downward signal on a downward trend. You are free to enter the signal, because you know that this signal is a downward trend. So all this brown line you see is the ranging zone, and you take profits, take profit, very good. Thank you guys for watching. I think you guys have seen how this indicator works. This is the trending zone. you enter. This is the entry. Whenever you cross this line, is an entry zone. You take profit 1, take profit 2, and you need to have your risk management in place before this indicator I'm sharing with you guys works very well. So there's no much word, or there's no much thing to do about this indicator. It's very straight and very forward. There's nothing to talk about this indicator. And if you want to trade it manually, so if you want to trade it with add any few indicator, you can click here and add any few indicator you want to add. If you want to add a trend line, you want to add a STI zone, if you want to add anything, any pairs you want to add around this place, or any channel or harmonic pattern, anyone you want to add, you are free to add those indicator, and you are good to go. So having such indicators is kind of awesome. So when you see it, I added harmonic patterns here. See harmonic pattern here, it shows me harmonic pattern, a drop down, it shows another harmonic pattern, it shows another harmonic pattern here. So if you know how to use harmonic indicator, it's good, you are good to go about that. So in the next video I'll do, I'm show you how to get this harmonic pattern indicator. It's costly to around something $8 something or so. So you know how to get this indicator, and install it in your MT4 and use it in order to make substantial profit in the market. So that's just it. So thank you guys for watching. This is ZagaTech FX, Prince of the mic, signing off. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Peace.